Remember I told you not to throw away all the pieces of fabric you have in your house or in your shop. Today, I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful top with less than a yard. Yes, I mean it, less than a yard of fabric. If you are in, let's get right into class. So this is the fabric we are going to be using. It's less than a yard, like I said. It's a leftover fabric from a project I did like 2 to 3 years ago. The width of this fabric is about 40 inches and the length is 26 inches. So you can see it's less than a yard. So I'm going to fold it into 4. First into 2 like this, you see it. Then I'll fold it into 4 so that we can cut both front and back at the same time. So this is it. Now, the first thing I want to do is to mark my starting point line. So I'm going to mark 1 inch at the top there as my starting point line. This is going to serve as our shoulder line. So the next thing I'm going to mark is my shoulder measurement. So my shoulder is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7 inches. So I'm going to mark 7 inches right there. I'll mark 7 inches, which is my shoulder measurement. Then I'm going to mark 3 inches. But if you want your own shoulder to drop, if you want it to drop very well, you can add like maybe 4 to 5 inches. Now I'm going to mark my chest line, which is my bust divided by 6 plus 2.5. Then I'll mark my half length, which is 17 inches. I'll mark it right there. Then the lower part will be my hip line. Now I'm going to connect all these lines into a straight line. Now this is my shoulder line, this is my bust line, this is my half length, and the lower part is my hip line. The full length of this blouse is 25. Then I added 1 inch allowance for hemming. So now what I'm going to do at that side, I'm going to go down by 1.5 for our shoulder slope. Then I'll connect it to that my shoulder measurement. You know my shoulder was 7 inches there. So I'll connect it to that 7 inches, just like this. Good. You see it, that's our shoulder slope. So now I'm going to impute my bust measurement. So my bust is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. So I'm going to impute 9 inches. If you don't want yours to be fitted, you can add 1 inch ease. But I didn't add ease because my fabric was not enough. You know, we are managing the fabric. Then I'm going to mark my waist measurement. My waist measurement divided by 4. Then I'll add sewing allowance. At the waist area, I added a little ease. I added, I think, 1 inch or half inch ease. Then I'll mark my hip measurement divided by 4. Then I'll add allowance. Please make your own as big as you want if you have enough fabric, but I'm trying to work with this fabric that I have. So now I'm just going to give a little slant at that armhole, just a little slant. But if the sleeve part is longer, that curve will be bigger, but mine is not big. Do you understand? So I'll just do a little curve around that armhole. Good. So remember, if your sleeve is longer, you will have enough space to draw that curve there at the armhole. So now the next thing I want to do is to add my sewing allowance at the top. So I added 0.75. That's what we are going to use to fold the neck. You know, this neckline does not have neckline, it's just straight, so that it can form that asymmetric shoulder, that one shoulder, so that we can form it. So I'm just adding 0.75 at the top. So I added it at the top and also at the slant area. So I'm connecting the line now. I added 0.75. That's what you're going to use to fold it in. So I also added it at the shoulder slope area, just like this. Now we are done. I'm just going to cut it out. This is a very simple and stylish top. So just cut out. I'm just going to cut out like so. You see it? Good. Good. So now I'm going to open it up so that you see it. Both our front and back is ready. It might be looking strange, it might be looking all straight, and you'll be like, what kind of top is this? But it came out very beautiful. So now I'm going to weave that top. Before sewing the shoulder slope, I'm going to weave it. Let me weave it. Now I've weaved it, I've gone to my machine, I've weaved it, and I've folded it. After weaving it, I now folded it. I only folded the neckline, I didn't fold the shoulder slope. Do you see it? After weaving it, I now folded that 0.75 that we left. I'm sorry you cannot see it very well here. I will still bring it down. I didn't know the top was not showing. So I'm trying to measure my shoulder now. You know, when I open it, it will be 14. So I'm trying to get my 14. I'm trying to get my 14 inches out. Then after that 14 inches, I'll now sew my shoulder slope. You see it just like this. After taking out the 14 inches, which is going to be your neck area, that's where your neck is going to come out from your head. So let me go and join the shoulder slope. Then I'll come back to show you. After joining the shoulder slope, I will hem that armhole area. I'll weave it first, then I'll hem it. Let me do that and I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So guys, I've taken care of the neckline. Let me show you what it looks like on the inside. So you see it, I weaved it, then I folded it. Can you see it? I hope you can see it. So I also weaved the armhole. So I weaved the armhole too and I folded it. That's exactly what I did. So now let's take care of the bottom part, the hem. So I'm going to weave that part too and fold it. I'm not going to fold it twice. I'll just weave it, then fold it once. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew one part. You know, this style is going to have a drawstring on one side. So I'm going to go and sew one side. I will not sew both sides first. I'll sew only one side, because one side is going to have drawstring. Then on this other side, I'll just sew up to that level. Then there will be a slit. But I won't sew that part now. I'll sew only this first part that will put drawstring inside. So let me go and sew it. Then I'll come back to show you. So guys, I've sewn the bottom part. That is it. I fold this bottom part. Then I sewed only one part. You see it? So now I'm going to turn it like this, so that I will go and stitch. I will go and top stitch so that we can pass our drawstring. So I will go to my machine now and top stitch on this allowance. I'll top stitch to create the casing so that we can pass in our drawstring. Do you understand? So let me go and sew that part and I'll come back to show you. So guys, I've sewn it. This is what it looks like. So I've created a casing now that our drawstring will pass through. So now I'm going to use my safety pin to pass it in. So just like this, you know, now I'll just pass on both parts so that we can stitch on it. I'll do the second one too. I'll just arrange it, then pass in for the second one. This is the second drawstring. I'm going to pass it on the second casing. Okay, so now that both drawstrings are out, so this is what it's going to look like at the end of the day. So what I'm going to do now, at this top, I'm going to stitch it. I'm going to go and stitch it like this so that it will hold it, so that when I draw my drawstring, it will not pull out. So let me go and stitch that part. So guys, I've stitched that part. Our drawstring is looking so beautiful. Can you see it? Okay, so this is going to be on one side. Now to the other side, I am going to go ahead and sew it from the armhole now. Then I will stop at the half length. I told you this part is going to have a slit. So I'm going to sew from the armhole and stop at my half length. Then the allowance that is on both sides, I'm going to fold it like this just to make that part neat. Then there will be a slit there. That is how it's going to be. I'm the one that formed this style. Okay guys, I am done. I have hem everywhere. I have weave. See, my slit is looking fine. I'll make a fitted trouser to rock with this top. Would you like me to show you how I made the fitted trouser? Let me know in the comment section. And if you have watched to this end and you have not subscribed, we go fight though. Yeah, go and subscribe to my channel. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.